Start off with a great matchup. Jonathon Stelling, Ronnie Wardley. What a way to get championship night underway.
Yeah, these are both very dangerous wrestlers, and they both have made a good run here during this tournament and looked dominant while they've made the finals, and hopefully it's an action-packed bout.
So Ronnie Wardley out of Western State. Incidentally enough, this tournament having a conference-only wrestling championship for the first time since 1996. The last time they had a tournament in this format, your former team, Western State, won the team title, and Western State will start it off tonight against Jonathon Stelling of Colorado Mesa. And Stelling in the white singlet, Ronnie Wardley in the gray, and Wardley comes in after a slow start. He has really picked up steam this season.
Definitely, and you know, he's actually a little bit of a slow starter on the mat. I watched him earlier in the day, and he gives up first takedowns a little bit, probably more than his coaches would like him to, and then he gets rolling.
So Stelling with the takedown, an early 2-0 lead. Stelling, the top seed of the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference tournament, a four-year starter. He wrestled 125 as a freshman, 133 his sophomore and junior seasons. Here he is back at 125 in his final campaign.
He definitely looks like he makes the weight class, and he looks kind of big there, and so, you know, it's probably a definite cut for him, but it's shown no wear on him.
A Broomfield, Colorado kid, wrestled in high school in Broomfield, and good on his feet, solid in all three areas.
He sure is. You know, he came out, got that first takedown right away, and he's building up a lot of riding time. He's getting close to 45 seconds there of riding time.
This is the first time these two wrestlers have faced each other.
Yeah, Ronnie was a JUCO wrestler last year at Western Wyoming, and he was a national qualifier for Western Wyoming before he transferred to Western State.
So a 2-0 lead here for Stelling in the early going, and it's Wardley on bottom here with 1:42 to go in this opening round.
Yeah, we definitely have a little bit of a contrast in body styles too. You look at Stelling, you'd consider him a little bit more of a stocky wrestler, and Wardley kind of looks a little more lanky, and so we'll see if that comes into play later on.
So first period lasts 3 minutes, the second period 2, third is 2. If we need overtime, it'll be 1 minute of sudden death. If that is not enough, double overtime, riding times, and then triple overtime, and then accumulate the riding times after that. So the format here for the collegiate scoring in this 2016 RMAC Wrestling Championships.
This bout could definitely have some implications as far as seeding goes for the super region, as well as they're both ranked. One of them's third, one of them's fourth in the super region. Stelling's ranked third, Wardley's ranked fourth in the super region rankings.
And Stelling 16-4 this season on top, working with a 2-0 lead here. Some 2 minutes into this opening championship bout. This is 1 of 10 on tap here in an escape, and it's a 2-1 match here with Wardley picking up his first point. Less than a minute left to go in this opening round.
Yeah, he had a nice hit pace there for an escape, and hopefully his coaches are telling him to pick up the pace.
Stelling, a spectacular career, 76 wins. He beat Wardley 13-1 in their only encounter at the Nebraska Kearney tournament earlier this year. You can see one of the strengths. He is so good on his feet. Another takedown and a 3-point lead here. Final 10 seconds of the opening round.
Slick elbow pass for the 2, and Wardley gets out right at the end of the period.
So he cuts the lead in half. It's a 4-2 lead for Jonathon Stelling, the young man from Broomfield, Colorado, entering the second round.
Yeah, he's building his base here, hits a nice hip heist, comes to his feet, and just trying to climb back into this match after giving up so much riding time at the beginning.
So Wardley working for the bottom here to start out this second period. A scouting report on Ronnie Wardley. He's active, certainly a high energy guy, and he'll certainly need it here.
Yeah, he's got on the board right now, he's actually down 3 with that riding time, so he's got to pick up the pace here and crawl back into this.
Marcus, those that aren't familiar with collegiate wrestling, a point for a minute plus of riding time.
Yeah, and Stelling currently has 2 minutes and 33 seconds, so it'll tick back down if Wardley ever gets his chance on top, but as of right now, if it stays the same, he'll have 1 extra point at the end of the match for riding time.
So Ronnie able to pick up another, gets to his feet. So a 4-3 lead for Jonathon Stelling. Here in the second period, we've wrestled some 40 seconds into this second opening match here. Championship night, Cal Baptist, the team lead coming in. They lead by less than 10 points. Should be a great night of wrestling at Cal Baptist. A number of guys to go here in the finals tonight.
Yeah, and for every champion that each team picks up, that's 4 additional team points, and then if they get any bonus points, pins, or major decisions, that adds to that total. So every champion counts for 4 extra points.
Marcus Ronnie really trying to work that arm.
Yeah, he's trying to, looks like, slow down Stelling and tie him up, and he's not comfortable with Stelling being out there in the open, so a little slow down tactic and getting to his control and his offense.
Down to the final 30 seconds of this second round, a 4-3 lead, and a good job to pick the ankle and try to set up that takedown. He will.
Yeah, and these takedowns right at the end of the period can be big sometimes because it's almost like a 3-point takedown when you don't give your opponent an opportunity to escape.
So Stelling, his 3rd takedown of the match. He's up 6-3. Final 10 seconds of the second period and an escape. And that has been the name of the game for Ronnie Wardley. Escapes and cuts it to 2 at the end of 2. 6-4 Stelling, and neutral position to start the third period.
Yeah, he picks that up high in the air in a treetop position and sweeps his leg and is able to collect him up both ankles for a quick 2.
Stelling's got a ton of confidence in terms of working from his feet against Ronnie Wardley.
Yeah, and you could see his coaches in the corner right away when it was his choice. They told him, go neutral right away. And Wardley's known a little bit for being a good wrestler on top and for pinning kids, and so they didn't want to be underneath him.
The top seed of the RMAC tournament here in the 125-pound weight class with a 6-4 lead in the third period.
Yeah, he's hit that outside single about 3 times now, and looks like he's about to finish another one.
Stelling, not only the top seed of the RMAC tournament, 3rd of the region, a 4-year starter. Trying to go 2 for 2 in his meetings with Ronnie Wardley this season.
Yeah, he's definitely been able to get to his leg attacks and on Wardley's legs quite often so far this bout.
You can see working that wrist, Jonathon Stelling.
You can hear Western State's coaches here telling him to circle to his left. He wants to circle away from Stelling's shot here, but when he steps right, he's got to be careful of Stelling sweeping in on that single leg.
He'll set it up here, 51 seconds to go, neutral position.
Riding time is now locked up for Jonathon Stelling, and so he currently has a 3-point lead.
Huge margin trying to overcome for Ronnie Wardley.
Yeah, he's going to need either 2 takedowns in 37 seconds or takedowns and back points.
And Stelling in obviously no hurry here.
Yeah, he's keeping good position, just keeping his head, just staying down, using head-hands defense and making sure that no shot attempts get through.
Stelling going to be on his way to the regionals at the end of February, 26th and 27th. He is 9 seconds away from an RMAC individual title. It'll tick down, and Jonathon Stelling 2 seconds away, 1 point here.
Yeah, they called Stelling for stalling twice for backing up, and we're getting some antics from the crowd here.
And that will do it. Jonathon Stelling wins the individual title at 125 pounds. Your final score 6-5. Check that, 7-5. Stelling, your champion at 125. Well, He set the tone from the start, did not let up. Impressive performance by Jonathon Stelling.
Absolutely. He got to his leg tacks, and every time he got in on a leg, it seemed like he was finishing.
So sets the table for Colorado Mesa. A number of wrestlers in the finals here. So a good start for the Mavericks at team.